Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Dream Bigger, Live Larger podcast. I am your host, Adeline Lys, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 1. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about there's no such thing as closure. And what I mean by that is basically knowing that you need to learn how to let things go and understand we don't need somebody's forgiveness or somebody's apology to move on with our life. And we're going to go straight into this episode. And yeah, if you guys are interested, keep on listening and keep on watching. So child, this Season 2, Episode 1, baby. I am so happy that I am continuing and striving and, just doing the damn thing. I'm happy I'm doing the damn thing. All right. So I wanted Episode 1 for Season 2 to be about accountability and also to be about forgiveness, but also just, moving on with our lives. Let me just put my laptop on Do Not Disturb because I don't want nobody calling me child. Okay. All right. So what I wrote down is people want closure because they feel like it's still unfinished business. I wrote down we feel as if we need an explanation on why people treat us the way they do. I also wrote down, why did you do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Sorry, I couldn't even read my own handwriting. I apologize. But yeah, why did you do this to me and why did I deserve this? People will do what they want at the end, right? When it comes down to closure, it doesn't matter if the closure is from a relationship, a friendship, or even family. When it comes down to needing or wanting closure, that's just for us to feel better. But sometimes we have to think to ourselves, what happens when whatever the person says to us is not what we want to hear at the moment? For example, if someone was to break your heart, and if you was in a situationship or even a real certified relationship where y'all both agreed to be, a couple and to make sure that, we stay committed to each other. What happens when somebody breaks your trust? Whether they cheat on you or they just did something that you were uncomfortable with and you felt like you needed an apology or explanation on why they did what they did, right? Child, is this okay? It doesn't matter if we get the closure or not. Life moves on. So for example, what if the person really comes to you like, hey, I know I cheated on you, or I know I betrayed your trust, but XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. And how they explain themselves on why they did what they did to you. 1, it's not making sense. 2, that person is not taking accountability. So what happens to you, right? What happens when you don't want to even hear what's going on? Like, it doesn't even make sense to you. What do you do then? Do you forgive the person? Are you going to be angry? Are you going to hold a grudge? You wanted closure so bad, but when you heard what was coming out their mouth, it went through one ear out the other because it was nonsense, right? It was nonsense. Child, it doesn't matter who the person is. They're still human. People do not make mistakes, they make decisions on what they think is best for them. Let me say something. People are always going to do what's best for them. We're humans. We're selfish. Sometimes we need to be selfish. But sometimes what you do for others might not return that same energy back. So if you know that saying where it says, treat others how you would like to be treated, that doesn't go for everyone. So if you know you're a genuine, person, you love unconditionally, you care for people unconditionally, 100% of the time, you're not going to get that back. So you're devastated when you don't receive that. And you ask yourself, well, why was I treated like this? I'm such a good person. I treated that person so well. That shit don't got nothing to do with you, honey. How they treat you don't have nothing to do with you. It's within them. It's whatever they fighting and whatever the decisions they made and the choices they made, it's within them. You could consistently ask yourself, well, why would they do this to me? Like, I never did anything bad to them. Girl, that question gonna be going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. Because a person will forever do what's best for them and whatever feels right for them at the moment. Don't get it twisted. It will lead to consequences, because when they come back to their senses, they're gonna be like, damn, I should have never did this to her. I should have never did this to him. But what's done is done. What's done is done. Everyone makes mistakes. I always tell people that. Everyone makes mistakes. But mistakes is basically not knowing the outcome of what's going to happen. A decision is you knowing, if you make a decision, you know both outcomes, good and bad. But if you decide to do it anyways, that's a decision you got to stand by. Stand on business. For example, if you decided to step out of your relationship and be with somebody else that is not your partner, that wasn't a mistake. That was a decision. Because you knew once your partner found out, it will hurt them. But in reality, it's a selfish move because you did what was best for you. But you cannot say it was a mistake because you knew the outcome. You knew how the person would feel if he or she knew what you did. So don't ever say it's a mistake. Don't ever say, oh, I fucked up. Damn, I know, now I messed. No, you didn't. You made a choice. You wanted to do that, and you did it. Not caring about how I would feel until you got caught. So let's stand on business, okay? Let's take accountability. All right? So when it comes down to closure, baby, you don't need it. I also wrote down, people feel that a person owning up to their decisions will make things a little better. I say yes or no. Even if you take accountability, you're still hurt. Even if you owned up and you made, hey, like, yo, I messed up. Nah, you still did what you did. So yes, the other person were like, all right, they clarified it. They explained why they did it. But you still feel like shit. You still gonna keep worrying and have the same scenario and have the same problem played back in your head. The reason why I say yes or no is because, yes, you received an apology, but now your trust is gone. Now you entered a different chapter. Now it's a learning, I could say a learning curve, what you've been through in the situation and how it will change you for the better or for the worse. Now you heard the closure. Now what are you going to do with it? Are you going to be going a positive direction, or are you going to go to negative direction? What are you going to do with it? You can't say you want closure and then you don't know what to do after you get the closure. Are you going to take the person back? Are you going to forgive the person? Are you going to move forward? What are you going to do? As adults, we have to understand that shit happens. But we cannot let that situation define how we now move forward. So, I always tell people, closure is just something we want from the person to explain why. It doesn't matter though, because what's done is already done. I can hear you out and I could listen to everything you tell me, but it's also going to have to come within myself to know, like I said before, how am I going to move forward? It doesn't matter if the person, if you're in a relationship or if a family member hurts you, life move on. Life move on. Nothing stops. Nothing stops. Not a damn thing stops in this world. So it's up to you how you move forward. So this is the end of this episode of season 2, episode 1. So you already know, ain't nothing stopping here. Like I said, this is the solution part of the episode. I wrote down, dream. Do what's right for you, but also know that closure will never fix your problem. Live. Continue living. Whether you get an apology, whether you get an explanation, continue doing the right thing. Learn from what you've been through, so when you move forward, it doesn't define the decisions you make because someone hurt you in the past. Keep living. Keep moving forward. Like, yeah, I forgive you, but I won't forget. And also, I have a question. All right? Ask yourself, did you really need the closure? What did it do for you? Like, did it make you a better person? And also, stop thinking that a closure will fix anything. Because it won't. It will, but it won't. Just move on. Live your life. Do what's best for you. Okay? That is all I have for you in this week's episode. I hope you love it. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, I hope you write down in the comments, do what you got to do and explain how you like the episode. And yeah, don't forget to listen to it on my Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. And yeah, love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe either. See you guys in my next episode.